Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to my floss tube. My name's Amy. I'm Fiber Arts Amy here and on Instagram. If you've read the title, you know that I am back for part 2 of my Mirabilia WIP and kit stash parade. Didn't get part 1 uploaded. It'll get there. It's taking time. But if you're seeing this, you should have already seen that part 1 will be up by the time I put this one up. I'm going to go through the Mirabilias that I have here, and Nor Corbett's that I have here at the cabin. And then I'm probably going to smush this together with some more of what I have back at home. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I should say today's Wednesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving. 23rd? November 23rd, 2022? Something like that. Anyway, first one I'm going to show is Mermaid of the Pearls. She is probably the WIP I work on most here. I've got her on scroll rods. She stays next to my stand. I have a nice little stitchy spot here with a stand, and she stays there and gets as much work as anything here at the cabin. So this is where she is. I love her. She's going to be beautiful. I can't wait till she's finished. Although, I mean, I still have a long ways to go. I got through a lot of the confetti up top, though. And I am making some changes to her. I'm not doing Krynic. I made that decision 15 years ago. I'm sticking with it. I keep it on the scroll rods, but I put this pillowcase over it just to prevent sun damage. It's like mostly in shade out there in my sunroom, but not entirely. Anyway, that's my plan. This next one, which I love. I haven't started this yet. This is Spring Topiary Garden. She is beautiful. Now, the inside of these dresses are not stitched. So, if you choose a different color fabric, you may end up deciding you need to stitch it. I just have a 28 count white cashel. And I'm sorry if you're wiggling some. I mean, so I still have part 1 on my phone, which is 3.5 hours long. And I can't get it, I can't delete it to make more room because it's not up on YouTube yet, because it's a long story. It wouldn't go up while we were home. Definitely, I tried, but it's not going up here at the cabin where our internet stinks. Anyway, I'm filming you on my iPad. That's my point. And so I don't have a stand to hold my iPad up. My iPad is balanced on the end of the bed I'm sitting on. I am in my craft room. I don't even know if I said that. So this is my craft room. There's a couple of beds in here. This is my great-grandparents' china hutch thing. I've repurposed to hold crafty stuff. Anyway, so what is this one called again? Spring Topiary Garden. Has a ton of water lilies. Look at all those. They are beautiful. But I've got the water lilies, the beads, the DMC. I have tried for the most part to just bring things here to the cabin that are fully kitted, so that I don't have access to stuff here. The closest grocery store is a good half hour to 45 minutes away. I don't even know where a Michael's or Joann's or something like that would be. Maybe in Winchester. I don't know. It's not close. So, yeah, there's a limit. And then I say all of that. Oh, I know why I did this. So here's Silver Moon Tea. I do need to get her DMC. I'm not sure why I don't have her DMC. I do keep, I keep some relatively standard fabrics here. So I have a couple tubes of Monaco. I have a few fabrics. The fabrics I got from Garibaldi Needlework. Garibaldi. I keep here. Also, old kit fabric. I have a lot of like lavender and lace and Mirabilia kits that came with fabric that I did not want to stitch those on, but I didn't throw the fabric away. Some of them have like rust stains right on the edge where a needle went through, like because a lot of them came with the needle, especially the lavender and lace kits had a needle in the fabric, which all rusted, but it's just on the edge, so like most of the fabric is fine. And I know I have some that's kind of like this color, and I think that was my plan for this, was to use one of those fabrics from a lavender and lace kit to stitch. This is Silver Moon Tea. And I would hang this here at the cabin, if and when I get it done. I have a lot more stuff in plastic here at the cabin because of mice. I'm told this is totally normal. I am not, like, I was not raised like a country girl, but, there's mice. There's a lot of mice that get into our house. And of course it's worse when we're, like, not here for, you know, a significant period of time. So, my stuff either gets, like, hung. There's places where I can hang things. Like, I have, well, you can't really see it. There's this thing behind me with hooks that I hang some of the project bags on, so I don't feel like mice are going to get in there, or if it's like on shelves, I tend to keep things in plastic. Anyway, this is Twin Mermaids? Twin Mermaids, I was right. This is Twin Mermaids. I've got, it looks like, all of her floss. I've got floss beads, Krynic, water lilies. Check out the water lilies. Another good reason to keep water lilies in plastic, even though it potentially could cause a problem with the dye. And this is only if you're not going to get to it for a long time. The same bugs that eat wool eat silk, in case you guys didn't know that. Those of you who are knitters probably already know that. And we do have, back at our house in Pittsburgh, we have a very significant carpet beetle problem. Those are one of the pests that eat wool and silk. So anyway, I have an unfortunate education in protein fiber eating insects. So anyway, here's the water lilies for Twin Mermaids. It looks like I got her beads in there, all the DMC, and I have a fabric. This does not have a tag. It doesn't... What is this fabric? I've washed it. I bet this is a Pole Stitches. I bet this is a Pole Stitches. And I do feel like the color's a little more subtle than it's showing in the viewfinder. So I've got a fabric for it and all the materials, so that one can be started whenever. I do tend to get in more of a, well, anyway, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm like willing to put things in plastic here, it's because of the mice. I do get more of a mermaidy kind of mood here, because this is also where we tend to enjoy a lot of water type activities, because our neighborhood has a park along the river, and we do a lot of things like swimming and stand-up paddleboarding and stuff. Alright, this one's actually a WIP. This is Blossom. There's so many Blossom somethings now. I want to say it's Blossom Harvest. Let me peek. Yeah, Blossom Harvest. I do not have much started on this one. She is very beautiful. I've just got some white going. I mean, to be fair, I think this piece is mostly white. I decided to try on that green fabric. I think she's going to look lovely. Let me show you both. I think she's going to look good. Excuse me, I just pick her up occasionally and work on her, not in any rush. I've got all of her beads. And DMC and everything. So she's good to go. This is a bag I made myself. I'm a big Berenstain Bears fan, like classic original Berenstain Bears. Particularly those like that were actually written by Stan and Jan Berenstain. I think when Stan died, one of the sons got involved. And I think both of them may have passed now, and it's just a son doing it. But I like the old original, and there were some fabric lines that came out a few years ago that were Berenstain Bears themed. This one is Sleeping Princess. I love this one. Oh, my dog's coming, and she's gonna lay down, lay down, lay down. She gets a little confused here because, like, it's just not the same routine as home. And she's wondering why I'm up here. So, anyway, Sleeping Princess, and she's so beautiful. She just has so many colors in her. My dog is on the pile of stuff. I have all of her things, all of her beads. She has water lilies. I don't know. Does she have water lilies? No water lilies, but a ton of beads. I got all the beads and treasures and stuff in DMC. And she is on scroll frame. Clearly my dog doesn't want you to see. Hey Freya, can you move? You're in the shot. Oh, so this is one that I was experimenting. Wow. This is one where I decided to experiment again with stitching in the well, and I can say I don't like it. So I almost showed you the back. It's not like the worst, I don't like it as much. So here's where I am in Sleeping Princess. This is a Picture This Plus 28 count casual linen. I think it's Swamp, maybe. I know it's a color I've heard a lot of people complain about, but I actually have several pieces of it and really like it. So this is her hair and just, you know, some of her dress, and this is part of like the sash floating down. I haven't worked on her a lot, but she gets a little bit of attention here and there. What's next? Oh, okay. So this is roses. Somebody's roses? Ashley's roses. Did I have that right? I have that right. And I have everything to stitch her on. Got all of her DMC and beads. I've got, oh, I've actually started her. That's right. I forgot I'd actually started her. This is an MCG Textiles. I forgot I'd actually started her. Which way is up? That way's up. So, it's MCG Textiles linen. A relatively small start on her. I was really enjoying her. But this is also a piece that I bought the shop model. When a shop near me was going out of business, they had a model of her, and I like probably asking like $60 or something for her. Like framed and everything, like really nicely framed. Like sometimes when I rescue things from like Goodwill or eBay, they're either not framed or the frame's in pretty bad shape. This is like beautifully finished Ashley's Roses. So she's actually hanging downstairs in this house. I'm not ready to give up this WIP because I still might enjoy stitching it at some point. But, yeah. I already have her. Alright, I don't think I've started this. We'll see. Sleeping Beauty. I love this one so much. Oh, I really love her. I bought her as a kit, so I have everything. I put all the kit materials in floss away bags. So I've got everything ready to go. This is a Wishelt linen. Oh, she started. She has started, not by much. But it looks like I've started the frame and some of the greenery. The dog's tickling my elbow. And I'm sorry if you can hear my kids. My husband's trying to keep them busy so I can do this. So Sleeping Beauty is started. This beautiful plain Wisholt. I've seen so many beautiful fabric choices for this. This was one where I just fancied going with the original. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I have. I don't have a normal cover picture for this. I have the big card. Glanceaways, kind of. Sorry for all the crinkle. In case you already watched part 1, I can tell you I started stitching yesterday on Queen Bee and made a ton of progress on it. And Queen Bee is with me here. I'm going to be working on her. This one is Lady of the Flag, which I don't have the cover sheet for. You probably know what she looks like. She's gotten some work here. And this is also like that swamp, which actually comes in several different shades, but I've heard people really complain about it. I rather like it. I think it makes for a great background. And I think the yellows and blues and reds are going to really pop on it. But I've just gotten, the top of the flag being worked on, basically. So no rush on that. I just pick it up when the mood strikes. And I have all of her stuff, I believe. Yep, we're jingling, so I've got all the DMC, Krynic, beads, and treasures, everything. So she's ready to go. I actually keep some of these downstairs in my bedroom. Okay, I'm going to keep pulling things out from under you, dog. She's like, I know you can't tell, but she's like up on a stack of things. This one is Guardian Angel, which I think is very pretty. I have it to be stitched on, this is, I think, a Pull Stitches. I think it's a Pull Stitches I've washed. I can still smell the fabric softener, but it's a lot later. The modeling is not as like extreme as it's like trying to show in the camera. And it looks like I have all of her stuff. I've got water lilies, beads, DMC, Krynic. Does this take a toile? Because I have a toile. I don't know why I have a toile in here. There was probably a reason. I don't know what it is, though. Okay, well, anyway. Maybe I wanted to make the wings sparkle. I don't know. But this is not started, but it's ready to go whenever the mood strikes. Okay, I gotta get up from under ya. This one is Peony Garden. Look at the chart real quick. Yep, Peony Garden. I think she's beautiful. I love her colors. I am doing her a bit differently though. I've got her on this dark blue. This is a Zweigert, but I don't know what the color is, but it's a standard linen. It's a steep blue. And that's all I've got is that one stripe. I vaguely remember one trip here just being like, I just need to start her. She has a lot of water lilies. I have all of her stuff for beads, but she has several water lilies, like a lot of them. So they're all in here too. One of my bags that sheet set came in from Target. Apparently I have the tag. This was the cross stitch store where I learned so much. That was like my first LNS. And this is on Blue Spruce is the name of the linen that I have it on. So it's kind of like a nighttime look. Alright, pardon me a moment. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My dog was very confused. But I'm back. Alright, and I'll finish up. There's not too many of them. This is Santa's Magic. I do not have a cover sheet for this. I do believe it's called Santa's Magic. I think I have everything for it. I got DMC, lots of Krynic, beads, Whisper. So this is the one, a lot of people have been doing it. I know Kokohama Stitchery, I don't know if she's finished it. She probably has. She was stitching it. Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, did she finish hers? Maggie, Kitschy Whips is stitching it. I think, oh, I don't want to show you the chart. I think a lot of people are stitching it. Is it Santa's Magic? Yep, Santa's Magic. This is the one, it's usually done on kind of like an amber colored fabric. You don't stitch part of his sleeve, the fabric shows through. This is one that I did while I was in Germany years ago. Also, I showed it to you in part 1. Sleigh Ride, Enchanted Sleigh Ride, and I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, oh my goodness, which way is up? I'm stitching mine in navy blue. I did that knowing full well that, okay, I don't know which way is up. I'm going to go with that way. I did that knowing the sleeve was going to show through, but I thought it would still look good on navy blue. We'll find out if I'm wrong. Well, hopefully we'll find out, because I could turn out to be wrong. If I ever finish this, we'll see. But I think it's going to look really good on this. It's just going to be a different color than, you know, some other people's. But I think it'll look good. So I would honestly, I like the other one better, the woman in the sleigh. So I'm more anxious to work on that. I do try to have kind of like a little bit of everything here. It's like if I'm in the mood to stitch on a fairy, I can stitch on a fairy. If I'm in the mood for a mermaid, I can do a mermaid. Christmas, it can be Christmas. All the things. My dog's going to keep like going down as I pull project bags from under her. This is a Whip It Up project bag. I have white, nope, it's not White Christmas. Winter White Santa in here. I love Winter White Santa, and he took a while to grow on me. He was like a slow one, but I love how not typical, how atypical he is. He is not wearing what you like always see Santa wearing, right? He's not like your Dimension Santa, nothing against the Dimension Santas, but he's not that, right? He's like totally different. I love it. I love the colors in him, the blues. I got his bead pack. Clearly I need to get floss away bags, but I've got Whisper, I've got the DMC, I've got the beads. I've got Krynic in here. I've got water lilies. I'm going to assume I have everything. This is a fabric I dyed myself. So there's this big window in front of me. And she can see the road, such as it is. And something must be going on out there. Funnily, she ignores most wildlife, but barks at people. Like, she gets very alarmed by people. So I'm not sure what's going on. Something she can hear and I can't. I dyed this myself. It's an opalescent, like bluey, purpley shades. It is linen. It is casual linen. I think he's going to look awesome on it. But I don't know when I'm going to start him. He's not going to be this year. I've got lots of stuff going on. But he's, when I do stitch him, he's going to be amazing. I really love this fabric. And how this fabric turned out. pretty thrilled about that. This one comes with the chart. If you buy this on the resale market, I think this one's not out of print or anything, but he comes with a charm. I think it's the star on the tree or the flower or whatever on the tree. That's my guess. He comes with a bead or charm that you only get as part of the chart. So just keep an eye out for that if you buy it on the resale market. There was something else to say about Santa's Magic. This is a general thing. So Santa's Magic, the one I showed you I'm doing on navy blue, I just try to say this as a PSA whenever it comes up. It calls for all number 8 Krynics, if I remember correctly. As far as I know, all of the Nora charts that call for number 8 braid, you can and probably should replace with number 4 braid. It's my understanding that at the time, like when Nora first started designing, number 4 braids weren't a thing. So she had to call for number 8 braid. But then, you know, she's always done, I believe always, since they became available, done the number 4 braids. So if you see that, like, it's not a mistake that it says number 8 braid, but pulling number 8 braid, especially through 32 count, can be a lot. So if it were me, I would replace it with number 4 braid. I have replaced it with number 4 braid. My dog is like, what are you doing? Freya, thank you. Head down, head down. There you go. All right, this is another one of those project bag panels from Hawthorne Supply Company. Oh, this one is June's Pearl Fairy. Did I have that right? I believe so. Let me see. June's Pearl Fairy. I do have it right. I have all of her beads in Krynic and all of her DMC, and I'm doing something very unusual for her. I'm stitching her on red. Which way is it? I'm pretty sure she goes like this, although I could be wrong. Obviously, I haven't gotten a lot done on her. And the fabric is more red. Like, I feel like in the viewfinder, in some places it's showing it more orangey. It's more red in person, but definitely like a thick, deep color. I have enough Mirabilias going, honestly. Well, because sometimes I'm like, I want to do something a little bit, what for me is a little bit wild with the fabric, and just see how it turns out. So that's definitely that for me. All right, this one is the one, Dressmaker's Daughter. Yep, Dressmaker's Daughter. I was not intending to stitch this one because I definitely like the designs with a person in the dress more. But then it occurred to me that we have this huge laundry room here. And wouldn't it be cool to have this hanging in the laundry room? I have all of her stuff. There's so much in this. I've got all the beads and the DMC and everything. I don't think I'm guessing I haven't started this one. There might be stitches in it. I'm not sure. This is, nope, no stitches. This is, whose fabric is this? I have no idea. Could be Picture This Plus, could be Color and Cotton. Could be the Stitch Me. I'm going to guess it's Color and Cotton, but I'm not sure. Because they don't usually have as much blotchiness as that. Anyway, my intention though is to stitch it without the backgrounds of the dresses. So these are full coverage, like behind, because you stitch all of that behind there. So my intention is to stitch this, but without all of that fill-in stitching, which should cut down on the time for it considerably. It looks lovely, but I'm going to stitch it. It's going to have to be without that. that fill-in. I don't love that fill-in enough to be willing to stitch it. But this is definitely in a, like, it's not like a top priority of mine. But since it's going to get hung here, I brought it here. I need to, like, alternate where I'm taking bags from so that she doesn't just end up lopsided. This one, I know Sarah, Memphis Sarah E is stitching. This one's Miss Christmas Eve. And she's beautiful. I do not believe I've put any stitches in on her. This is an old silk weaver. I have to stitch her on. It's lavender. It's a bit lighter than it's showing there. And because it's a bit lighter, again, there's not like quite that much contrast with the modeling. I think I have everything for her. This is a bag that a quilt kit came in, and I repurposed it. Got all her beads. Oh, there's more beads. Oh, beads. She must have a lot of beads. Yeah, she's got a ton of beads. And treasures. I've got her, at least most of her floss, some of her floss. Looking at this, I'm like, that can't be all of her floss. It looks like I'm missing one of the water lilies. I think I have her floss, her DMC in there. I might be missing some, but I've certainly got enough to work on it if I want to. So no stitches in her yet. But I've got what I need if I want to get her started. Okay. Which one's this? White Clover. There's another bed over there. And I think she just finally got fed up with me, and she's gone and jumped up on the other bed. White Clover, one of the Poison Pixies, which I love. I have not started, I can't remember who this fabric is from. I don't remember who the fabric is from. I came across it somewhere, I don't remember when. I've washed it, so it washed, you know, fine. I didn't, like, lose all the dye. But isn't that cool? It looks like the moon? That's awesome. I thought she'd look good on that. I'll have to, like, be careful how I position her. I apologize if you can hear the vacuum. My husband's cleaning in the basement with the children. And I have all of her stuff. Krynic, beads, DMC. And she's beautiful. I cannot wait to work on her. A bag made by me. This one is Princess Eliana, which I know I've said, like, I just see her too much. I'll stitch her in like 20 or 30 years when I haven't seen anybody stitch her in a while. She's beautiful. I've just seen her so much. I'm kind of over it. This is some of that Lugana that I dyed myself. That was sent to me in error. But it's beautiful. I love how it turned out. It's probably a deeper purple than the called for. But I really like hand dyeds like this that they just give like a little bit of texture to the background. It's typically my preference. We'll have to see how this Lugana fares though, and if it ends up some of the dye migrating, I'm a little bit suspicious about it at the moment. Nothing's in floss away bags, but I do have everything. I believe for her. There's DMC, a ton of DMC in here, just some of it. There in my hand, a lot of beads. So I've got, yeah, she doesn't take any water lilies or Krynic. God, look at that floss list. I guess it makes sense, and you see how colorful she is. She's beautiful. I just need a little bit of a vacation from her before I'm going to want to stitch my own. This one's a mermaid. Oh, I do not have, and I can't pull anything up on the internet, like, quickly or easily here. This is, let me at least look at the chart so I can tell you correctly. Mediterranean Mermaid. I actually have this as a WIP at home for my daughter too. But I saw this fabric. This is a Be Stitch Me fabric. I don't remember what it's called. If you want me to try to look it up, let me know. It might have come in a mystery box. It probably did, or it probably did. It could have been a fabric of the month, but I'm guessing it came in a mystery box. Because I don't normally order things like quite this wild on my own. But I saw it and I felt like it looked like coral and ocean and would look really good. It's probably like called Coral in the Ocean or something. I have, it looks like I just have the DMC here. To stitch. Again, I have this one stitched up, kitted up twice. I don't always, like if I know I'm kitting something up for a second time, I might not go to the expense, right, of like getting all the beads and stuff. I know there's going to be leftovers, like whichever one I finish first, I can bead and then there'll be leftovers and I can like buy whatever else I need at that point. We're getting closer to the end. Miss Aurora Morpho. I love these. I love the boots on these butterflies that she did. I think they're adorable. She's got a few designs where they're wearing boots. I believe I have everything. Got beads for her. This is, oh, I bought this so long ago. This is a Jobelin, a hand-dyed Jobelin. Kind of a lime green. She will be rather bright and cheerful on that. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of it left over too. Project bag made by me. Two more. This is just here. This is the Harvest Fairy, Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I haven't started her. I think she's probably on the call for it. That's the kit fabric. I like the kit fabric because I like natural linen. It's not always what I choose. But I did my Halloween fairy on it, and I think they'll look good together when they're done. Another project bag made by me. And last one for here at the cabin. This is Lucha Mia, maybe? I'm not. No idea if I'm pronouncing that right. She's a relatively simple one. She's one of the Nora Corbetts. She's very pretty. I feel like I've seen some conversions of her. I don't think I've started her. This is Casual Jazz from Picture This Plus. I'm pretty sure that's from Stitch and Frame in Rock Hill. I'm going to stitch her on there. Makes her look nice. Another bag made by me. And I think I have everything for her. Got her beads and everything, her DMC. She doesn't take a lot. She's so small. Yeah. Got her DMC. And that's it. Those are the Mirabilias and the Nora Corbetts that I have here at the cabin. This wasn't very long, I don't think. So, yeah, I'm gonna go, but I'll be right back, but sitting, for you, I'll be right back, but sitting in my home in Pittsburgh to start showing you some of my Mirabilia WIPs there. Thanks.